Hey everyone, my name is Ronak, back with another video. This is 21st video in the Getting Started with the Machine Learning playlist, and in this video you are going to learn label encoding. So what is label encoding? Okay, so we are going to continue with our Titanic dataset. So label encoding, I want to give you a glimpse. Okay, so this is one of the methodologies in which you are going to handle the categorical variable. Okay, so let me actually make it markdown, and here I'll type some code, some statements that you can actually refer later on in the source code. Okay, so you will have the Titanic dataset in the source code in the repository. Okay, so go to the description box in the video below, and you will have the dataset and this notebook for your practice. And apart from that, I'm also going to post the links from where you can download the dataset. Coming back to the point, so here the first thing that you will always have to consider is the feature scaling. Okay, feature scaling. So there are many facets, I would say, to this thing. So the feature scaling actually is a practice where you pre-process the data set in order to work with the let's say machine learning model. All right, so ML model, this is the one thing. After that, the next thing I would actually like to tell you is what are the types. Okay, so there are many types. In I think the last video itself you came across imputation, where you were actually handling the missing values. So we actually handled it using the mean and the median. Okay, that is fine. I can say imputation is fine. That is actually simple imputation. There are a lot more actually techniques with the imputation, but what we want to focus on is the categorical variables. So what is categorical variables? Categorical variables. So categorical variables, these are type of variables, or let's say values. Okay, values that are non-numerical. Okay, so this is one of the important things that you will always have to focus. Those are non-numerical. Please understand this. So they are in the form of, let's say, string, and you want to handle those. Okay, your dataset can have a lot of values, but you cannot just miss on all of those values. Please understand it. Okay, please understand it. You cannot just miss on all of those values. You will always have to keep in mind. All right. So again, I'll make it a markdown, and now in this video, we are actually going to focus on the label encoding. Okay, so there are many procedures with which you can perform the, let's say, feature scaling using the categorical variables. Okay, so there are many feature scaling methodologies with respect to, let's say, the numerical variables. So this is all the pre-processing part, all right, because not always your data set is going to be in the numerical form the way you want and what actually you have planned. Okay, you always have to tackle the data set in all the different perplexities. So not always you will actually have the data the way you want. You always have to perform some or the other pre-processing on it. Okay, it can be splitting, it can be feature scaling, it can be normalization. There are many more techniques. But coming back to the point, we are talking about the label encoding. So label encoding, it is a procedure to handle the categorical variables. All right, it is a procedure to handle the categorical variables with respect to ordinal mechanism. Okay, I'll just come to this, what really it is. So what is actually ordinal mechanism? Ordinal mechanism, it is a ranking system. All right, it is a ranking system. So where you actually have the precedence for some or the other, let's say, numericals, some or the other values. All right, so here in this today's tutorial, we are actually going to move on with our Titanic dataset. Okay, so df is equal to pd.readcsv. I have already covered this in the last tutorials. Okay, if you have no idea what I'm doing, please check those tutorials. And now I can say df.head. So now here I have a lot of categorical variables. Let's say I have embarked. Okay, so what you think can be relation of this embark with the dataset? Let us say in the last tutorials, like I have been practicing, okay, I only use the passenger class and age since it was the numerical values. Okay, and we performed imputation in order to save us some values and not see if you have million values and if you have, let's say, 100 nan values, you can just drop them, but if not, you will always have to handle them. So the way we do it, so this is actually very, very important, I would say. So we can actually work with sex. So what can be a, let's say, inference you can actually come across from the sex in this thing? See, when this disaster happened, as I saw in the movie, all right, so women and children, and not even in the movie, even in the real scenario, okay, when some disaster comes, always women and children are escorted first. Please understand this. Okay, so they are let's say inclined towards safety in the initial stage. So we can actually infer that the male who has not survived, so there is a chance that the person could have survived if the person was a female. Okay, so this has something or the other relation with respect to the data set, and we don't want to miss out on this one. All right, we really don't want to miss out on this one, because if we, let's say, if we keep avoiding, if you have, let's say, 10 columns in a data set, okay, and 9 of them are just categorical, you're not going to avoid them, okay, because you will miss out on a lot of inference that you can get from that model. So your model is not going to work efficiently with, let's say, 1 or 2 things. So you are going to require more independent variables. Okay, you have to feed it more information, and since the sex has a greater deal of, let's say, understanding in this scenario, since many people might not survive, so here we will actually, convert this categorical variable into the numerical system. All right, so male and female, we are going to convert it into number. The way we do it, so from sklearn dot preprocessing import label encoder. Okay, so label encoder is the procedure. So like I said, label encoder, it is a procedure to handle categorical variables with respect to the ordinal mechanism. So ordinal mechanism is a ranking system. I'll come to it. So here I'll first of all make a variable, let's say label encoder. This is just the name of the variable. All right, and after that label encoder is going to come over here, and I'll just get this class. And after that, the way we handle this, so I'll first of all make a variable. All right, so I'll say label encoding for sex. All right, so that is the name of the variable which is going to hold my all the label encoded values. Then I'll call the label encoder, all right, encoder dot fit transform. All right, and in this I'm going to feed it the name of my data set. Okay, so df.sex. And now whenever I say label encoding for sex, I'll get all the values. So basically male is over here at first, all right, and it has been converted to 1, and female is converted to 0. Okay, so male, female, 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 male. See, male 1, female, 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 0, 0, 0, 1, male. And so are all the rest of let's say, I think 891 values in this data set. All right, and similarly you can actually also work in order to find out its classes. So I can say label encoder dot classes like this, and I'll have female and male. So female stands for 0, male stands for 1. Okay, so that is the precedence. And the way we are actually going to use this in our data set is quite more interesting. So what I'll do is I'll here say df, and I'll say, let's say, age followed by encoded. All right, encoded. That is the name of the column I want to add, and here I'll say label encoding for sex, and we have it. And now whenever I say df.head, I'll get a newly formed column in it, okay, which is age encoded. So all of the male have been converted to 1 and all the female have been converted to 0. Okay, there is a big hitch that I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so I made a mistake over here. Okay, instead of, actually it is not age, it is sex. Okay, it is sex. Yeah, I by mistake said age. Okay, it is sex encoding. All right, and we have it. So for all the male, the ordinal the categorical variables are being converted to the numerical values. All right, what else we want? And now similarly we can move on with the other things. Now the biggest hit over here is that in the label encoding you are actually following a mechanism in order to convert all the values inside your dataset in the numerical values, and this is not good when it comes to sex. The reason is the male and female cannot be differentiated. Alright, you need something that states that when the male is present, the female is absent, and when the female is present, the male is absent. So that is the thing that you want to focus on. But the data, the way we handle the data is completely different. The reason is, assuming the fact whenever I have to consider sex, it is actually assigning precedence. Alright, it is saying that okay, let the female be 0 and the male be 1, and as based on the number system, as based on the number scale system, 1 is always going to precede over 0. So actually the inference over here has failed. Alright, we have label encoded, no doubt. We have converted it into, like, the categorical variable has been converted into a numerical one, but the hitch is that it is assigning a precedence. We don't want that. We want it to appear the way it would. Alright, so when the male is going to be present, we want 0. So the system is going to be completely different, which we will handle in the next upcoming video. That is the one-hot encoding, which is going to be more fun. But considering the label encoding is not good for something like sex. Okay, because it is saying that male, which is 1, and female, which is 0. So it is actually preceding, it is actually giving precedence order on the scale. It is ranking the system. And since it is ranking the system with respect to precedence, the actual inference that we wanted to find out with respect to sex has failed in the dataset. So what I'll do is I'll work on, let's say, embarked. Alright, so now we will move on with the label encoding for embarked. Okay, so embarked is one of the categorical variables. So here I'll say df.embarked. Alright, so and I can say, let's say, isna. And later on I can say sum. Okay, so we have two null values and we actually want to get rid of those. The reason is, see, if I say df.embarked and later on I say unique, there is an issue. See, we have S, Q, C and nan. So we have to actually get rid of the nan values in the first place. Alright, so please understand this. So the way I do it, I'll say df dot drop na, which is dropping the nan values, and here I'll say subset. Okay, subset is equal to let's say the name of the column. Okay, so I'll say embarked, and here I'll have to say in place is equal to true, and we have it. Okay, so now whenever I say df dot embarked and I'll say unique, actually got rid of the values. Okay, so now we will actually implement the label encoding on this one. Since the sex is not the proper standard in order for the label encoding, since label encoding is for ordinal mechanism, okay, it is always going to rank the precedence and we don't want that. Okay, we want one-hot encoding, which is completely different, which we will cover in the next tutorial, where you will actually come to know the way we perform it. Okay, so we will not only convert it into categorical variable but also handle it the way we actually want. But embarked, considering the fact, has some or the other inference we can pull out. So we can rank the system, because embarked has nothing to do with let's say the precedence. Okay, so we can actually work on this one. So the way we do it, so I'll make a new variable, let's say embarked encoded, and here I'll say label encoder, so which was assigned with respect to this, all right, this function. And later on here I'll say fit transform, and in this fit transform I'll say df dot embarked. All right, and now whenever I say embarked underscore encoded, I'll get all the values. Okay, so these values are being converted the way they are, and I can also actually check their classes. So I'll say label underscore encoder dot classes, and we have it. Okay, so the precedence has been given, the S is given the highest precedence, which is 2, Q has been given 1, and C has been given 0. And now like always, okay, so we actually want to put it back in our data set here. So here I'll say df dot let's say embarked encoded. All right, so that is, I would say, a new column in it, and here I'll say just embarked encoded. All right, embarked encoded, and we have it. Okay, so whenever I say df.head, and we have it. Okay, so embarked encoded is there, where we have actually got rid of the nan values in it first, and later I have encoded it. Okay, so we can actually use this in our machine learning model. Sex, like I said, is not a great measure with which we can perform anything. All right, so this is it about the label encoding, and it is pretty much useful. Okay, I suggest you to do it. This is one of the important feature scaling mechanism, and you have to cover it initially. Okay, so whenever you want to tackle the, let's say, categorical variables, because you are not always going to work with the numerical variables, so you have to know how to handle the categorical variables, and it is always going to come in handy. So this is it for today's video. Okay, so you can have the source code in the description box below. Okay, this notebook, the entire notebook, and this is it. So I hope that you might have learned something or the other from this tutorial, and if you like my content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.